Vitamin B12 is one of those nutrients most people don't think about until they're deficient. Then suddenly it becomes a very big deal. Fatigue, brain fog, mood swings, pale skin, even numbness or tingling in your hands and feet. These are just a few of the warning signs your body might be running low on this essential vitamin. And the tricky part? Your body doesn't produce B12 on its own. You have to get it from food. Most people associate B12 with animal products, meat, eggs, and dairy. But what if you're trying to eat more plants, or you're vegetarian, or maybe you're just curious if vegetables can help? The truth is, while it's rare for vegetables to naturally contain high levels of B12, there are still plant-based options, especially certain fortified vegetables and sneaky sources that can make a big difference in your intake. So today, let's talk about 7 powerful vegetables that can support your B12 levels either naturally or through fortification. Whether you're plant-based or simply want more variety in your diet, this list could be a game changer. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up and maybe even a comment. We would love to hear from you, and any support for the channel is greatly appreciated and helps us to make more of these cool videos. Let's start with number 1, spinach. Spinach itself doesn't naturally contain vitamin B12, but it plays a supporting role by being rich in folate and iron, 2 nutrients that help your body absorb and utilize B12 more efficiently. Think of it as the backup singer in a rock band, not the main act, but without it, the performance falls flat. When you pair spinach with fortified B12 sources, your body has a much better shot at absorbing what it needs. Plus, it's easy to add to smoothies, omelets, stir-fries, you name it. Next up is mushrooms, specifically shiitake and button mushrooms. These earthy fungi have been shown in some studies to contain trace amounts of B12 due to the natural bacteria in the soil they grow in. While mushrooms alone won't meet your entire B12 requirement, incorporating them regularly into your meals can be a helpful boost, especially if they're part of a balanced diet that includes fortified foods. Plus, mushrooms are incredibly versatile. Roasted, grilled, sautéed, or even blended into veggie burgers, they're a flavorful, nutrient-dense addition to any plate. Our third vegetable is actually more of a sea vegetable, nori, the edible seaweed used in sushi. Unlike most land-based vegetables, nori can contain small but meaningful amounts of bioavailable B12. The key word here is bioavailable, meaning your body can actually absorb and use it. Dried nori sheets, in particular, have been studied for their B12 content and could be a smart snack or addition to rice bowls, soups, and salads. Just be cautious with how much you consume at once, as iodine levels in seaweed can be high. Moderation is always key. At number 4, we have fortified plant-based foods like nutritional yeast. Okay, it's technically not a vegetable in the traditional sense, but it's often grouped with them due to how it's used in plant-based cooking. Nutritional yeast is a cheesy, savory topping that many vegetarians and vegans swear by. And for good reason. When fortified, it can provide a significant amount of your daily B12 needs in just a few spoonfuls. Sprinkle it on popcorn, stir it into sauces, or use it as a Parmesan substitute. It's tasty, easy, and nutrient-dense. Coming in at number 5 is alfalfa sprouts. These tiny greens are often overlooked, but some research suggests they may contain small amounts of B12 analogs produced by the bacteria involved in sprouting. While not a primary source of the vitamin, alfalfa sprouts offer fiber, antioxidants, and enzymes that support overall digestive health, which plays a huge role in how well your body absorbs B12 from other sources. They're perfect as a topping on sandwiches, wraps, or salads for a fresh, crunchy addition. Our 6th pick is beet greens. Yes, the leafy tops of beets that many people toss in the trash actually carry impressive nutritional power. While they don't naturally have B12, beet greens are packed with folate, potassium, and magnesium, all of which contribute to better metabolic health and B12 absorption. When you cook with beet greens, whether sautéed with garlic, added to soups, or blended into green juices, you're giving your body important cofactors that support the effectiveness of any B12 you consume. And finally, number 7, fermented vegetables like kimchi, sauerkraut, and pickled beets. These probiotic-rich foods won't supply huge doses of B12 directly, but the fermentation process encourages the growth of certain beneficial bacteria that may actually synthesize trace amounts of B12 in the gut. More importantly, fermented veggies improve your gut microbiome, and a healthier gut means better absorption of all nutrients, including B12. It's a win-win. Try adding a spoonful of sauerkraut to your meals, or enjoy kimchi as a flavorful side dish to add zest and a little digestive magic to your plate. Now, you might be wondering, why not just take a B12 supplement? And that's a fair question. For many people, especially those who follow strict vegan diets or have absorption issues due to age or medical conditions, supplementation can be a smart move. But that doesn't mean food doesn't matter. In fact, it's always best to support your health from multiple angles: real food, fortified options, and supplements if needed. Because when you focus on a whole foods approach, you're not just getting B12. You're getting fiber, antioxidants, minerals, and a host of nutrients that work together to keep your body running smoothly. It's also worth pointing out that the symptoms of B12 deficiency can be subtle at first, maybe a little fatigue, trouble concentrating, or occasional lightheadedness. But left unchecked, deficiency can lead to serious problems like anemia, nerve damage, and even cognitive decline. That's why paying attention to your intake now, before issues arise, is one of the smartest things you can do for your long-term health. So let's do a quick recap of the veggies we covered today. Spinach for better absorption, mushrooms for trace amounts, nori for bioavailable plant-based B12, nutritional yeast for fortified power, alfalfa sprouts for gut support, beet greens for essential co-nutrients, and fermented veggies for boosting your gut and possibly your B12 levels. Start by incorporating just 1 or 2 of these into your meals this week. Build from there. Your energy, focus, and overall health could benefit more than you realize. And remember, your health journey doesn't have to be extreme. It just needs to be consistent. Even small changes, like adding a scoop of nutritional yeast to your lunch or swapping iceberg lettuce for spinach, can add up over time. The key is to stay curious, stay informed, and always give your body what it needs to thrive. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more health and nutrition tips, and consider sharing it with someone who needs it. And let us know in the comments, what is your favorite way to consume these vitamin B12 boosting foods?